So relational operators are used to compare two values to form a condition. What are they? We have the equal sign for math. Yeah, we have the equal sign for math. But in C++, equal sign is that. Equal, equal. What does a single equal represent in C++? In C++, this is called what is this called?
Assignment.
There you go. This is called assignment. Yeah, this is called assignment. This is the equal sign. If you want to do the comparison. Okay. In math, we have less than. In C++, we also use the same symbol. In math, we have less than or equal to. Since there is no such symbol on the keyboard, we use that. Less than and equal sign for less than or equal to in C++. Greater than the same, greater than or equal to. That's how it is represented in C++. Not equal to in math. In C++, that's how you represent the not equal. Any question? No? So relational operators allow for comparisons. We can perform comparisons. And in order to perform comparison, we would require two operands. Yeah? We must have two operands, meaning to say this is binary operation. Yeah, when we have binary operation, we have one operator and two operands. Written 1 if the expression is true, 0 otherwise. So when we compare, that's what we get. Either 0 or 1. This is false. This is true. Comparing values of different data types may produce unpredictable results. For example, 8 and character 5 should not be done because this is an integer. This is a char, a character. So integer number 8 carries number 8 that you can perform calculation. Whereas integer 5 is the ASCII representation of any ASCII characters. For example, for number 5, maybe I think is it 8? I can't remember. Yeah, it's probably 8-bit. Yeah, it's probably 8-bit. So always never to compare two different data types. Try only to compare when data types are the same. Yeah. Question?
Sir,
All good? Yeah.
yang ASCII key tu, yang ASCII code tu kau?
Yeah, ASCII code.
Okay.
A character will always represent the ASCII code. So it's not a value that you can add or you can perform calculation. It's a character.
Kalau nak guna char tu yang ada point tu kan?
This is an example of char. Char A equal 5. Yeah, this is acceptable because we declare that A and we assign character 5. So this particular character cannot be added. Integer B equal 8. Now, C equal B plus A is not possible. Because they are different data type. Okay, this is a number, this is a character. It is as if you are adding C equal 8 plus K. What will happen? It's not possible, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It's not possible. A character, yeah, a char will always be represented by that single code. Now, example, 8 less than 15 will yield true. 2.5 is greater than or equal to 5.8. This will yield false because 2.5 is less than 5.8, isn't it? What about this one? What does it yield? True or false?
False.
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 There you go, false. And this one?
False.
True.
True. True.
Who
Yes.
said false? 5.9 is always less than 7.5. So this is
True.
true, isn't it? 5.9 is less than 7.5. So this is true. Now, logical operator. We have that symbol, the exclamation mark, which represents the not. We have ampersand and ampersand, which represents and. And we have double pipe that represents or. Where is that pipe? Can you tell me the location of pipe on your keyboard?
Yang dekat atas return tu.
There you go. Yeah, it's in between enter or return and backspace, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, in between, and you have to press shift in order to get that. Correct?
Correct.
Correct.
So the AND operator will give you the value true when all expressions are true. The OR operator will give you the value true if any expression is true. Putting a not in front of a logical expression reverses its value. Have you studied about this in high school? And or not?
Yes.
Yes, you have. Brilliant. So this is the truth table. We have input 1. We also have input 2. So when 0 and 0, false and false, the answer is false. False or false, the answer is false. Not false is true. Not false, again, not Q, meaning to say not false. This is also true. That's why we have false 0, 1 for true. Okay, when input 1 is 0, input 2 is 1. False, true. False and true will yield false. False or true will yield true. Not P, not false is true.
True.
Q is true. Not true is
False.
false. Easy? Yeah? Any question on this? No?
No.
Now that we have added some more operators, we should also update the precedence of these operators. Yet the last time we've covered anything that comes within the parenthesis, within the bracket must be done first. And you are well aware of this. Don't you? Yeah? Anything within the parenthesis must be done first. Next to be done is when you have unary operators, which is the not. And then you can perform the multiplicative operators. After that, you go for additive. Next, only you move on to the what sort of operator? Relational ordering. Then relational equality. Then logical and. Logical or. Then only you can perform the assignment. This is the order from the most important to the least important. Which one you should do first? So you start from the top and you move along until you get to the bottom. So now let's move along to logical expression. Expressions that can be thought expression that can be thought of as being true or false. True if correct or false if not correct. The expression uses relational operators such as the equal sign. Yeah, the equal sign, less than, and, or, and not. So all of that is considered to be logical expression. So logical expression can be unpredictable. The following expression appears to represent a comparison of 0, num equal 12, and 10. When num equal 12, in this case, you have 12, and you have that. It always evaluates true because 0 and 12. Is this true? 0 is less than or equal to 12. Is this true?
True.
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 No.
True
No.
is represented by what number? 1, isn't it? True is always represented by 1. So 1 is less than 10. Is this true?
Yes.
So the answer is true. But the real intention of you doing that 12, will the statement yield true? When you see that and you do mental calculation, is the statement true?
No.
The statement should be false, isn't it? 0, 12, and 10 should be false, isn't it? Zero less than or equal to 12, less than or equal to 10. Is this statement true or false?
False.
False, because as much as it can satisfy for this statement, but it will not be able to satisfy for that statement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the answer should be false. But then again, if you're doing this in a computer, it will yield true. So the correct way to write this expression should be using the AND operator and to do that separately. Yeah, do that separately. So num equal to or greater than or equal to 0. This is true. Num is less than or equal to 10. So 12. Num is 12, isn't it? 12. 12. 12 is less than or equal to 10. This is false, isn't it?
False.
True and false. When you have true and false, you will get
True.
False.
false. True and false will yield false. True or false will yield true. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So, what do we write to get the statement to be true? What do we write here to get the statement to be true? Suppose that we have a variable called m. We have a variable called m for marks. Yeah? M for marks. What do we do to make marks that fall between this value or this range to be true? In order for us to do that, let's call upon, I don't care, I want Zamani to do the first one. Whiteboard, start a new whiteboard. Is Zamani about? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
All right, now you can go to Jamboard. You can go to Jamboard and start working on that. And Zamani?
Okay, sir.
The next one, let's call upon Zamani. Let's call a lady. Can we call Anis? Can we call Anis to work on the next one, please? Yeah? The next one will be the same, isn't it? Amirul, you work on the last one, please. Yeah? Amirul, you work on the last one.
Okay.
If you do not want to write like this, you can always use text box. Yeah, if you don't want to have a freehand writing, you can use the text box. Still acceptable, no problem. Yes, Amirul. Are you using smartphone? All right. I'll choose a different name. Imran, can you please help him? That's okay, Amirul. We'll request Imran. It's okay, it's okay. We'll request Imran to help you. Yeah, Imran?
Saya guna smartphone kat tu. Laptop masak.
Ayo. No, can we ask Iqbal to help him?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you please help him answer the last one? Lower than 50.
So
Yeah.
dia tak boleh combine lah dia punya yang 80 sampai 100 tu. Dia kena by end tu.
Okay. We'll get back to your question in a bit. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Now, before we tackle this question, let's go back to this particular slide. What will happen if you combine? It always evaluates true. Yeah? That's why you cannot combine them together in a single expression like this. The correct way is to have or is to perform the AND in between two operations. Understand? When you have something like this, the order of precedence will take place. First, it will perform that. First, it will perform that. In this case, you get 0 is less than or equal to 12. This is true. Yeah, 0 is less than or equal to 12. This is true. True is represented by 1. 1 is less than or equal to 10. This is also true. So this statement will result true when you know this is false. So 12 is not less than 10, but 12 is greater than 10. So the statement should be false. Correct? Evan?
Yes.
Yes. So for a number, if you have many operators and operands, it will apply the concept of precedence. Yeah, it will apply the concept of precedence. So in this case, it will do this first, this bit. Perform this, this will yield true. True will be translated to 1. True will be translated to 1. 1 is less than or equal to 10 is also true. When you know the answer should be false. So always
Kira lepas dia dah kira kosong tu less or equal than 12, dia akan jadi 1.
it will be 1 because the answer is true.
Lepas tu dia compare pula
Even
dengan
is
minus 10.
even if the answer is false here. Take for example, instead of 10, we have 20. 20 is less than or equal to 12. True or false?
False.
False, isn't it?
Yeah.
False. What happens if your answer is false? That statement here will become 0. 0 is less than or equal to 10. True. That will become true. So the answer is still true. That's why it says here, it always evaluates true. For any statement like this, it always evaluates true. Yeah, your answers will always get true.
Okay.
So why even bother making it even more difficult when you can implement this way and your answers will be correct? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Of course, when you are doing mental calculation, this is a lot easier. Yeah, you see that and you answer that right away. But then again, that's the power of your brain. But when we are dealing with computers, everything has got to be step by step. Clear?
Clear. Thank you, sir.
It's okay. So, let's move along. Marks is between 80 and 100. So, mark is greater than or equal to 80 and marks is less than or equal to 100. Of course, this is correct. Marks is greater than or equal to 60 and marks is less than or equal to 79. This is correct. Marks is greater than or equal to 0 and marks is less than or equal to 50. This is partly correct. Why partly correct? It never mentioned anything about 0. It's just m is less than 50. Then only it is correct. Okay, Val?
Yes, sir.
So, we answer based on what we see, not based on what we think. Okay?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Let's move along. What's the answer here?
True.
True.
What's the answer here?
False.
False.
What's the answer here?
False.
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 So true or false? The answer is true. 7 is greater than 3. True. 5 is less than 2. False. True and false become false. First, perform multiplication. That's 20. 20 less than 20 is false, or false is false. Easy? Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, kalau
Right.
false or true, macam mana?
Come
False,
again?
Kalau false or
Come again?
true.
False or true?
Oh.
False, true. False or true is, what is this?
True.
There you go. Now, false or true is true. Right. Let's go with. Can we go with ladies first? Okay, I have Sarah. Sarah, to work on this question in Jamboard. Okay, Sarah? You work on this question on Jamboard. Sarah, I'll write it down. And this question for Najmi. This question is for Elia Natasha. This question is for Daniel Azizi. And this is for Ifan Nafis. Let's put it A. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can work on Jamboard. Create another one. Yeah. Put in another slide. Right. Question number 1. So it's always best. We have x equals 5, y equals 6, and z equals 7. So the question for number 1 is x is less than y. And z is greater than y. And we have that. So before we get to the answer, we will perform 5 is less than 6 is true, and 7 is greater than 6 is true. So we'll come to the answer equal 1 or true. This is for question number 2. Again, x is less than or equal to z, and x is greater than 0. So we have 5 is that. And we next go to 5 is less than, that is true. And 5 is greater than 0, true. So the answer is true. Question number 3. Question number 3. We have x is greater than or equal to y and z equal to 3. So we have that. Next we have 5 is greater than, this is false. And 7 equal to 3 is false. So you get the answer to be 0 or false. We have question number 4. Y is less than 15 or not y greater than 0. Or that. So we have true or x is greater than 0 is meant to be true. Not true is false. So the answer is true or false becomes true. That's for question number 4. Ivan, what happened to your answer? Ivan,
Tak keluar.
have you joined?
Dah tekan Alin tadi?
Ah, you're here. Try to use text box. Here, text box.
Sekejap tengok.
Use text box. Let's see, let me use text box. Later you can just write. Number 5. Yeah, for number 5 we have x is greater than y. 5 z is greater than y. Then we have and we have not. Z is less than or equal to not. And let me try to enlarge it. There you go. You simply have to double click on that. Yeah, double click and you get that. You can continue.
Sekejap tengok link. Ada tu?
No. You're not here just yet. So generally when you click when you double click, it will display, it will show who is doing what. Try to double click on that. What happens?
Oh, page 1.
Don't go
Oh.
page 1.
Okay, sekejap nak copy.
Where are you? Where are you? No, you don't have to copy.
Ada kat page 1.
Ni. Up here, next frame. Up here, you have next frame. Go to page number 2.
Okay.
Ah.
Saya nak paste insert.
Hey. Don't paste the answer. Undo. Okay, you basically before you paste, you double click on this, move to the next line and paste. Ah, there you go. Okay, this is fine. So class, how about this one?
False. False.
Right. Let me try to duplicate. Let's see. So again, if you were to answer this question, it is best to go through step by step. X is 5 is greater than Y is 6. 5, Z is 7 greater than 6. We have and we have the exclamation mark, the not, and Z is 7 is less than or equal to not. From here only we get to the results. 5 is greater than 6. This is false. 7 is greater than 6. This is also false. And we have and we have that not. If you want, you can also do this. 7 is less than or equal to not. So this is false. Now, first we have to tackle the issue of not. Now we have F, false, 5, false, 5, and normal 5. And not false is true. Not false is true. Next, now we have in a single line. Now we apply again the order of precedence. Instead of doing the OR operation, we perform the AND operation. False and true. False. False and true will yield false, isn't it? False and true will yield false. So the answer is false or false? False. That's what you get. Stefan.
Okay.
Any question? Ooh. Ooh. We go to the next frame. Let's copy this. Does it allow us to copy text? No, it doesn't allow us to copy. Ah, never mind. Just write it down. No problem. All right. We have 17 less than 4 multiplied by 3 plus 5 or bracket 8 multiplied by 2 equal 4 multiplied by 4 close bracket, and we have and we have not, and we have bracket 3, we have plus, we have 3, we have equal, we have 6. That. Let's go with okay. Let's go with Amshar. I call Amshar.
Yes, sir.
When? When did I call you?
Tadi?
Yeah, did I call him already? Come on. How come you never answered? How about if you try to, if you attempt this? Come on.
Can?
All right. Oh, sorry. I forgot to put that bracket in the beginning. Okay, you can try to attempt this question. And on.
Saya dah tulis soalan tu
Yeah.
kan?
Huh? I have already written the question. So you simply have to double click and start to answer.
Tak ada pun.
Try to work on it like I did in here. Yeah? Try to work on it like I did in the slide 2.
Pakai link yang Irfan Hafiz punya ni kan?
The same link lah. It's the same link that you can find in chat.
Sekejap.
Are you? Yes. Are you here already? Let's see. I'm sure Daniel is here. Muhammad Akmal. Yes, you are here. So go to slide number 3. Move to slide number 3 and start. Yes, double click and start working on that question. We have more question. Brilliant. We have not 3 not equal 13 and again 3 greater than 5. We have or another bracket 13 less than 10. Close that. We close that and we close that. This should be an easy one. Yeah, should be an easy one. Is there another question? I like. We have 2 greater than or equal to 3. We have 5, 6 less than equal to 8. Close that. And we have another 5. We have 2 equal 2 and 3 greater than 4. And we have the end another bracket 8 equal 8. Slide number 4. Okay, slide number 4. Who is going to work on slide number 4? Can we ask Daniel to work on slide number 4, please? Yeah, Daniel?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you will be working on slide number 4.
Okay.
Slide number 5. Daniel Farhan will work on slide number 5. Class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Slide number 4, number 5, and number 6. Hold on.
Sir,
Yeah.
kenapa dia hilang tu? Dapat 2 kali lah.
What have you done? After you have typed it, you double click. Sorry, you double click, you put everything, and you click somewhere. You click somewhere towards the end,
Lepas tu,
and
dah
it's gone.
2 kali buat, lepas tu hilang.
Okay. But you won't be able to see if you were to do this. Try to type. Try to type.
Alright, sir.
Or perhaps once you're done. Oh no, never mind. You try to do this now. Guys, do I look clearer in video today?
Yes, sir.
Yes. That's because I just added in another set of LED lights.
You look more handsome today, sir.
No, I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about the clarity of the image.
Yeah, that's why I say like
as
that.
much as I'm using. Okay. That is fine. As much as I'm using a 10 ringgit camera. Yeah, my camera is only worth 10 ringgit. So let's have a look at this answer. Let's have a look at this answer. So 17 less than 4 multiplied by 3 plus 5. We have that sign. All right, my suggestion is to maintain the parentheses. Maintain the parentheses. Okay? Maintain the parentheses. There you go. So first you perform multiplication. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12 plus 5 is 17. 17 less than 17. We have 8 multiplied by 2 equals 16 equals 16. 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. And we have 3 plus 3, which is 6, equal to 6. So we have false or true and not true. Put the parentheses, put a space in between. Now we perform that bit first. We cannot perform that bit because this takes higher precedence. So the answer should have been F or P and not P is F. Next is to perform that bit. Yeah, next is to perform that bit because N takes higher precedence than the OR. So we have false or true and false equals false. That will yield the result of false and false, which is false. So what you're doing is correct only up until here. That's where you get it wrong. As much as the final answer is correct, yeah, final answer is correct, but your work is incorrect. Okay, come on.
Right, saya faham. Dia kena buat yang
Higher
apa? Yang
precedence.
ikut. Okay.
Higher precedence.
Okay. Faham.
So, three not equal 13 is true and false. 3 is greater than 5 is false. Or 13 less than 10 is false. So we have not true and false or false is false. And what is true and false is false. Not that, then this is correct. So that 2 is greater than or equal to 3 is false. 6 is less than or equal to 8, that is true. 2 equal 2 is true and 3 greater than 4 is false. And true. Okay, fair enough. So you perform that. What's inside the bracket? We have false or true. False or true. Okay, fair enough. This can be done, although basically just skip part of it. True and false is false. All right, there you go. True or false. And true, false and true is false. True and false is true. Okay. Again, when you do something like this, notice the disagreement or something that is not right. As much as the answer is correct, but this is where it gets it incorrect. So this is fine. Next line is we have false or true or true and false is false and true. So we tackle this bit first. Yeah, we tackle this bit first. So we have false, false, true, false, and true is false, false. Move along. False. Next, only we tackle this bit because now they are in the correct order. So we have to start from left to right. So here we have false or true becomes true. Or false. False or true becomes true. Now we have, hold on, false. And true or false is true. True. Then only the answer is correct. Oh, he's not. Oh, he said. Okay, then Farhan.
Yes, sir.
Right? Can you see the difference?
Yes.
So always take into consideration the order of precedence. Yeah? Always take into consideration the order of precedence. Okay. We are going to proceed a bit more on the control structure, but only up to one-way selection. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah? Only up to one-way selection. So, control structure. What is the control structure? Selection control structure. You choose the selection control structure or decision control structure when you want program to make a decision or comparison and then select one of two paths depending on the results of that decision. Notice here is an example. So everything here falls within this particular if. This is two-way selection. Yeah, this is two-way selection. So we have one bit here and the else bit here. So let's have a look at the example. If it is raining, wear a raincoat. Bring an umbrella. What if it's not raining? This bit will not be executed. Yeah? This bit, all of this will not be executed. It will only execute when it is raining. If it's not raining, it will move to the next line, if there are any more. So example number 2. If you have a test tomorrow, yeah, suppose the statement is true, what do? You study tonight. Else, when you say else, what if you do not have a test tomorrow? That's what it means by else. If the statement is false, it will go for else, watch a movie. So notice, this is denoted by the diamond sign. Test, true, false. What if the answer is true? There is a test tomorrow. Study. What if there's no test tomorrow? Watch movie. Understand?
Understand.
Yes.
So earlier, we come across something like this as well. If it is raining, then come up with yet another if. If something else. If cloudy. Wear raincoat. So basically, if this is the case, we have two. First, it will check. Is it raining? No, it will skip. It will check for another one. Is it cloudy? Okay, do something else like this. Now, this is an example of having two separate if. Having two separate if, they are treated independently. What do I mean by that? I think it's best to wait until we come to that point when we cover more on this topic. Okay? So here we have one-way selection, two-way selection, multiple selection. What do they mean? Let's have a look at the one-way selection first. Yeah, one-way selection. The syntax of one-way selection, if expression, execute a statement. The statement is executed if the value of the expression, here, the value here, is true. If it's not true, it will skip the statement. Okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
Question?
Sir,
Ya.
yang tadi, yang if tadi tu sir,
Ha.
faham ah?
What?
Yang if.
If,
Apa
Which
yang
one?
skip?
which one?
Belakang back. Yang ni.
Huh?
Tak faham. Kan
This
if
is one-way selection. One
Okay.
way. Two-way. Yeah, one way and two way. Why one way? Only check for this particular condition. If it's raining, do this. But what if it's not raining?
not raining, tak guna lah.
The program will continue. We don't know what will happen. Yeah, if it's not raining, the program doesn't care.
Oh.
Understand?
Okay.
Two-way selection.
Mhm.
If a test tomorrow, what do?
Tadi
Study tonight. So, if there is a test tomorrow, if there is no test tomorrow,
skip lah.
watch a movie. That's why it comes to else. When this statement is false, it will move to else.
Oh, dia bukan skip.
It only skips what's inside here. It only skips what's inside here, but it will continue with that else. Else, if there is no test tomorrow, we watch a movie. Here, if it's not raining, I don't care.
Alright.
Here,
Clear.
here, if no test, we have to do this. If there is a test, we have to do this. Notice?
Alright, clear sir.
So the statement is executed when the expression is true. Only if and only if the expression is true. If it is false, it will not execute. So, for example, if quantity is less than 50, order more. Yeah? Example, if quantity is less than 50, we have to order more. If age is greater than or equal to 25, get discount. %50. Will you get the discount? Will you get the discount?
No.
No, sir.
Why?
Below 25.
Because you are below 25. So you will not get a discount. Okay. So if you can see here, that bit, that bit, that bit, that bit. These are the comparisons, some of the comparisons that you can perform to test whether or not the expression is true or false. So, pseudocode, if expression, then statements. But when you open that if, you have to close with an if. This is only works on pseudocode, not on the real code. Okay? For any opening if, you must have the closing and if. So that way, we can tell where does your statement end. Okay. Flowchart, expression true, statement false. In this case, this is end. When you see that, normally it refers to end the program. If it is true, then only execute, perform this. If it is false, end the program. So depending on the situation, doesn't mean that you have to go to end. Yeah, you can do many more tasks. Problem statement. If the speed of the car is greater than 80 km an hour, then output the message, you are too fast. So we have here the speed. We have 80 km, greater than 80. Input the speed because we want to find out what is the speed so we can determine what will happen. If speed is greater than 80, yeah, that is the comparison. If it is true, then output you are too fast. If it is false, end the program. Okay? How do you represent that in a diagram? Start. Input speed. Speed greater than 80, true, you are too fast. When you see this, what does it mean? It means display, isn't it? Display. Why? Because this is the sign for, this is the sign for input, output. This is the sign for decision. If it is true, display that. If it is false, in this case, end the program. Yes, it comes to end. What happens after you display? You also end the program. Easy?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
In C++ program, that's how it is done. Integer speed, cin speed, because this is input. Comparison. Process. Or in this case, decision. If the speed is greater than 80, only you output. If it's not, it will end the program. Easy? Exercise, but without question. So, never mind, we're not going to go into this because the exercise is without the question. So basically, cin mark, if mark is greater than 50, says display pass. Yeah? Here, we have okay, start. Mark, input mark. Mark is greater than or equal to 50 through display pass false. Thank you for using pass display that thank you as well. And then we end. Any question? Ikhlas?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No? All good? Yeah, all good.
All good, sir.
All right, no question. We dismiss the class for now, and I will see you again tomorrow. Isn't it? Tomorrow. Yes. So thank you very much, and assalamualaikum.
Sir,
Hmm.
the can I have like where could I find the more of a sample quiz question?
There aren't that many.
Or there
There aren't that many. Because as I was saying, this is the first time I'm teaching this. So I don't have any previous example, but generally a quiz shouldn't be difficult because those are the kind of questions that you will get.
Right.
So the previous one that I gave you was a question that I designed myself. It's not even in the previous quiz.
All right.
So basically, those are the kind, because there are only 2 chapters anyway. We will only cover 2 chapters. So the first chapter and the second chapter will go up to creating the program, only up to creating the program, but only covering up to chapter 2 without coming into selection control, or without even having to, without coming into selection control structure. Only up to chapter 2.
All right. Thank you.
Hmm?
Thank you.
Any other question? No. No question. We dismiss the class again. Thank you.